All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again to Money Making Monday with Making Wealth Real Financial. This is Richard Harden, the Power Builder, excited about the opportunity to bring some hope, some happiness, some joy, and some solutions to today. Because I know if you've been scrolling down Facebook or looking at the news, it's filled with bad news, filled with the struggles, filled with the stress, filled with the strain. If that's been your day, release it and let's do something different. Rather than talking about problems and challenges and being stuck in the negative world, I have the pleasure and privilege of introducing two of the most positive, powerful women entrepreneurs here on these internet streets. They're coming to us from two locations, one from Connecticut and one from right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the exciting thing about this powerful group of individuals is the results that they created first for themselves and then for the people around them. As I talk about Yaz Anderson and Felicia McCoy, I want to let you know that these are two powerful women on the move, and they stepped up and they said, we want to make this ladies' night on the presentation. We want you and Chuck to be over there being quiet, and we want to share our perspective on what Making Wealth Real Financial does, but more importantly, what it's done for us. Now, the best thing about them, they're experts both because of the things they know and the things they've done. They have a tremendous heart for helping people succeed financially, and they position themselves to make a lot of money, not just in this industry, but across generations. And the best thing is they're always a joy to work with and to spend time with. So without me taking up any more of the time, help me welcome our facilitators for the evening as Yaz Anderson and Felicia McCoy. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you fine.
Ladies, the call is yours.
Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate that introduction, and I really appreciate you allowing me and Felicia to take over and run Monday night Money Talks. This is so exciting. Thank you again for having us. Hello, everyone, and welcome. As Richard said, I'm Yaz Anderson, and I'm going to be co-hosting with my business partner, Miss Felicia McCoy out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. We have been in business now just a few short months, and let me tell you, since we partnered up, she has been blazing the trail. So guys, without further ado, help me introduce and welcome my host for this evening, the Miss Felicia McCoy.
Thank you guys so much for introducing me. I love you all so much. It has been such a pleasure with working with people who are like-minded, who are eager to build, and you guys have shown me so much. You love having fun and doing what you do. And I've learned, and I've now been able to actually put what I've learned to work, and it's been working out fabulously, and I'm happy to be here. I just want to share a little bit about myself, just so that everyone on the Zoom out here can know who I am. My name is Felicia McCoy. I am a nurse by trade, and I'm an entrepreneur, soon to be reversing that. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur first and a nurse second. That's my objective right now. But I do have a family of 6, and I have, some grown children now and some that's still a few ways away. Me and my husband have been in this business in a short period of time, but what prompted us to get here was that we both work exceptionally hard. We do all that we could to maintain, and we have provided for our families. However, it was always just a little bit short. We were always able to make money, but never save enough money or have what we would consider enough to invest the way we wanted to build that generational wealth. Now we have learned some secrets of capitalism that was never taught to me in school or in my home. Unfortunately, I did come from an inner city environment where my mother has taught me great work ethics. So if anybody ever knows me, knows I know how to go out there and get a dollar, do whatever I got to do to make it happen. But that was just my lifestyle. It was really literally going to work, making money, paying bills, and of course I always had fun. I won't say that I didn't, but it was never enough to sustain me to continuously live the lifestyle that I want. So here I am today with NWR Financial, and Making Wealth Real has been a real blessing to me, and I want to share that blessing with as many people as I possibly can to make sure they're on the right track and getting the information necessary to put them in position to grow. So without further ado, I want to jump right into the presentation that we have for you tonight. Our presentation is really going to be focusing on the challenges that every individual in the United States is facing, with social distancing being what it is. Hopefully, a lot of us are now on the end of that, but how are we going to go back to that normal lifestyle? I don't think that we really are. As much as I would love to say that, we're there, probably not. But the challenges that we all face are all going to be the same regardless. And there are 4 financial challenges that every American faces these days. And those challenges really, really, really amount to what is keeping us back. And we want to get ahead of that as best as we can. So me and Yaz have been, really going back and forth on how we need to get ahead and some of the things that have held us back. And we're happy to share information on how we've gotten ahead so far. The first thing that we always have to address is inflation. Inflation is just one of those things that we can't control, because you know what? We don't control the cost of goods. Wherever we're buying our products from, they are in control of those prices, and trust and believe those prices are going up because people have lost tons in this pandemic. Now that we're here and people are shopping again, they're happy to have us in the stores, but I'm quite sure, I know I feel it when I go in the store. I come out with less groceries. I come out with less of everything than when I went in. When I used to come out, even though $100 didn't get me too far, it got me at least 2 days. Now I'm getting maybe a day and a half of groceries for my household. I don't know how that's impacting you, Yaz, but I know over here in Connecticut, the prices are just going up and up and up. So with that being said, what have you noticed as being a challenge for you out there regarding inflation?
Well, I've certainly seen, prices and things increase, and I myself am a full-time entrepreneur. So, sometimes I get to see what's on TV and things like that during the day. And what I've noticed in the mornings, all the shows now, they found a way to still, sell things to us virtually, offer them to us on TV shows, online, wanting to tell us that it's a deal, but it's really not a deal. They just found other ways to tap into our networks and our lives to get us to spend that money so they can make up the money that they lost. I mean, so many companies are being featured on these shows, and that's what's coming out of, the person's mouth. They lost business because of what's happening right now in the country. How do you want to help them? You can help them by just buying this for this price. So it's everywhere. We just have to be aware and pay close attention, because these businesses have to get the money back that they lost over these past 3 months. And how they're going to do that, they're simply going to increase the prices of their goods and services. And they have the ability to do that because they are the business owner,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with that being said, when them prices go up, typically what we do when we don't have enough cash, we charge it. And that's just one of the downsides of another challenge, is that we have grown into a society that's comfortable with whipping out a credit card. Sometimes it's out of necessity. Sometimes it's out of, just wanting it now, that attitude. Because I know I'm one. When I want something, I want it. Whether I have the right amount of money in my pocket for it, if I have a means to get it, I'm going to get it. The downside of that is that you wind up paying for that one item 4 months down the line, which is one of the biggest challenges that we also have. So inflation is going up. So our money is not where it needs to be, because everything we used to spend money on is now sky high. So we then revert to credit cards, which, unfortunately we have some. It's not a good thing to use it, but we have to at certain points. And that's one of the downsides of right now, the high credit card balances that people are going to have to, come to understand and realize they were out of work. We had no choice. And with that being said, who's going to help them? What are we going to do to help them get out of those credit card situations? We have to come up with better ways to manage money and increase cash flow, So when that happens, we then look at that paycheck and we go to that gross and net amount, because, we can't control what we can't control how much taxes we have to pay all the time, but there are some of them that we can. What do you know about those taxes, Yaz?
Well, I know taxes are certainly a major financial challenge that we face. Like you said, we're dealing with the inflation. Okay. We're not even realizing that's happening right before our eyes. Okay. Things are going up every day, but your income's staying the same. The credit cards, like you said, people are just not discipline, and they want that instant gratification, and they're paying for things several times over. With the taxes, you know, in America, if you work a job and a job only, you are being hit a third of your income just in tax debt or tax bills alone. Okay. Now, think about also the stimulus checks that have gone out here over the past 3 months. They have been slowly dripping them over the past 3 months. That's more money, more tax debt that they've just put back into the system that us, you know, the consumers will have to pay for years to come. And just like you said, for generations to come. You know, your highest bill isn't your mortgage these days. It's not your car payment. It's the taxes that you pay. You pay federal taxes, you pay state taxes. Every time you buy something, you're going to pay state, local, and sales. You pay income taxes. If you drive a car, you're going to pay ad valorem taxes. You buy a house, you're going to pay real estate taxes. It just goes on and on, you know. So we're going to give you guys solutions.
Can you go get them chicken nuggets out the freezer? And
Please mute your lines. Thank you. We're going to give you guys solutions tonight on how to overcome these challenges and how to be mindful and to be aware, you know, of them.
Correct. Because even though we think we're doing all that we can, we invest in like 401ks, for example. I know you guys see that on the screen. 401ks are great. However, they are controlled by the market. And when everything took a hit, a lot of people lost a lot of money. It's a great way to invest, and investments are based on business. So when business shut down, there was no other recourse but for the 401k market to actually take a little hit. I'm not going to say a little hit. It took a major hit for a lot of people. A lot of people.
It took a big hit, right?
It took a big hit.
Yeah.
And, you know, people who are close to retirement are devastated. People who are a little bit younger are looking forward to having it build back up. But you don't always want to be on that roller coaster. You want to be on the winning side of things at some point. And not everybody is always losing. The 401ks did take a little loss, took a lot loss. They hit people where it hurts. But other industries are not losing. And thankfully, we have some of those solutions that we are able to provide people so that we can all see that not everyone is losing. You know, there are 3 financial solutions that go with this challenge that the 4 challenges that we face. And right now we are in position to have one of these solutions be the best thing out here, in my opinion, because it has saved me and my family thousands. Let me put it that way. But one of our solutions is just starting a home-based business. It has such a low startup. It has such a low overhead. It lowers your taxes. And trust me, it lowered mine significantly. And it has an exponential outcome. Why wouldn't you want to have these things at your fingertips? I don't know who wouldn't. And every time I've been blessed to share this information with people, I've been able to connect with them in a way that they now realize the value of having a home-based business. So on this Zoom call today, we want to share those values with you so that you can get the understanding that being a business owner, being a part of that class of people who own things and can control their outcomes puts you in a different ballpark altogether. And if you have any inclination or any idea of how you want to actually, if you don't have any idea how to do it, we're here to give you that too. We give you the one-stop shop in our organization to help you develop your own personal business. We are the next version of McDonald's without the golden arches and the 2.2 million that was required to start it up. So, you know, Yaz, I mentioned some of the things that this business has brought to me. Can you tell me what has brought to you and some insight on this as well?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm really loving your slides, and something just stood out to me on the slide. It says, we provide the next $1 billion trend. Okay.
Absolutely.
This is the new thing. Just like, you know, wearing a mask is in, having a home-based business is in. Okay. It's just time for us as a people to realize, guys, you know, other than your job, you have to have another stream of income, something else bringing in revenue other than your job. Okay, it is definitely time for us to stop hustling, like I like to say. Stop hustling and start networking and building yourself a
Yes.
real business from home. It has a very low startup cost. The overhead is also very low. Why? Because you're already at home. You already have those expenses already to run the home. So why not use your home to run the business and get the lovely tax benefits and breaks that we're going to talk more in depth as we get through the presentation.
Hello, this is Shantae from Amazon Customer Service, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
Okay. So with that being said, guys, again, the high income potential, that is the biggest part also that stood out to me on this slide. It just makes sense to be able to turn your home into a business and be able to essentially write off your lifestyle and generate yourself additional income.
Absolutely. And that's one of the beauties of where we are at with our home-based business and our ability to do that. The taxes that we save alone, people don't realize that once you become a business, you are now entitled to write off your lifestyle. The bills that you pay every day are now considered expenses. If you don't have a home-based business, you're paying your bills. Guess what? You're just paying your bills. With this home-based business, you are now able to say those bills are expenses and are able to write off the entire your entire cell phone bill, your internet, for example. You are able to write off a portion of your rent or mortgage. You're able to write off your expenses as far as utilities in your home go. All of these things are write-offs that you're able to utilize and have at your fingertips. And these are bills that you're paying anyway. So now that you're able to write them off, you're now able to get the full value of being a business owner. And one of the perks of being a business owner that people don't realize that they have the option to do.
And let me just add this for anyone that may not understand what exactly this means when we say having a business and lowering your taxes and writing off your lifestyle. Guys, what that basically means that when you have a job and you're in business and when it's time to do your taxes, when you don't have a business, you only have about 4 standard deductions, right? Deductions are things that are going to minimize your income so that you pay less taxes on the income. So if we can reduce that with these expenses, it's going to save you thousands of dollars, guys, per year, just from that alone. Okay, not to mention the extra income that it's going to provide as well. So just want to make clear, because sometimes people don't quite understand what we mean when we say writing off your bills and things like that. So
Exactly. And it's really a beautiful thing that we now have platforms that we can tap into to assist us in our business growth. So we are able to make money based on having leverage in our organization at this point in time. Thankfully, we are on Zoom right now. Zoom is making more money than all of the airlines combined.
wow.
Could you imagine? The airline industry took a tremendous hit with all of this going on. They're trying to come back. They have so many deals out. You can fly just about anywhere for $100 these days. But how many people are actually doing it? Some people are really trying not to get on those planes. They'd rather drive. They would rather, play it safe because their health is a priority. Well, Zoom lets us take all of these platforms and put it in perspective and use it as leverage. Zoom is making billions of dollars, $48 billion.
$48 billion, it says.
Yes.
And it looks like it increased. Yeah, it increased at 3,000%, in a year, in less than a year, just from this one pandemic. So
exactly.
To me, it doesn't look like Zoom is losing
at all. And it's winning primarily because it put itself in position to win. It had a service at the right time that was able to be tapped into by everyone. And guess what? We needed it and we paid for it. We are here because we needed this service. And thankfully, they were in position to do so and provide this service. And guess what? They're not losing. And that goes the same for a lot of other industries. Walmart, not going anywhere. Those things, those platforms are there because they provide a service. So we also provide a service. Our organization is also in the providing service industry. We're helping people leverage all of their expenses and come up with a financial solution to help them benefit the most. You know, all of our Zooms and all of our Facebook Lives, they get viewed initially at maybe 100 times, 100 people per, you know, event. Right now, I think it's something like 35 people on this Zoom. Well, guess what? It's going to replay. And when that replay happens, it's going to take off. And it's going to replay because I'm going to replay it. Yaz is. And so is everybody else on this call who's in business. We're going to utilize this conversation to simply expose people to the benefits of having a home-based business and how they can get ahead. And this is one of the beauties that we have in this industry. We have a team of experts that is on our side, that once we leverage all of those platforms and show the information, now you're going to come to us and say, how do we do it? What happened? I know I wanted more information when I saw it, because that's what it was about. It was giving me information that I needed to actually grow financially. And guess what? This is what it is. It's a home-based business that is here to help, have experts help you come out of whatever situation you are in, because we all have two objectives at the end of the day, and that is to live our current lifestyle as best as we can and to plan for our future. And if we're not making it happen with our current lifestyle right now, how can we make it happen in the future? So we are here to help build that up, and this is our team of experts that do it. You know, we have experts that are in our industry to help with all the services that we need and provide. We're not doing it ourselves. I know in the beginning of this call, I told you I'm a nurse. I am nowhere near financially capable of helping anybody with a Series 6 license or answer any questions, but I know where to point you in the right direction. I have been fortunate enough to have people been able to point people in the direction that they need, and the information that they've received has been a blessing to them. And I just want to be a blessing to everybody else that comes along. So this is for anybody. This is for a white collar worker, blue collar worker, the entrepreneur. Yaz herself has been her own entrepreneur, and she's been doing it all this time. And now she also sees a different way of helping people, because it piggybacks off of her business, you know, which is a great thing. It's a great piggyback episode, you know, that she's able to do that and help even more people. So this is what we have. We have the $1 billion McDonald's franchise without the $1 billion price tag, which is a beautiful thing to offer people. You know, McDonald's has this because they have them golden arches, them fries, apple pies, and that burger that's made the way they tell you to make it. Well, here we have something very similar, Yaz. We are able to give people 4 core basics that have been able to help uplift them in trying times. You know, and you have, you know, you've done great, you know, in your entrepreneur, you know, as an entrepreneur. I've done well as a nurse, but it's still just not quite enough. And we are here to continue that growth. I know everybody who's on the Zoom wishes they had a little bit more. I was one that would work an extra shift. I was good at that. I was good at going in there and saying, let me just go and do a double. That was my nickname was double. Let me do these 3 doubles and get this bill paid. I have found a way to work from home. I remember, listen.
Yeah, when I was a single mother working doubles and trying to get an extra hour to pay this bill, that bill, then they cut off all my benefits, honey. It was just too much. I said, you know what? I've had enough of this. I took charge, you know, of my life, and I decided to go full time. But you are absolutely right. Okay, we need that home-based business. All we have to do is expose people to this information. Okay. I love what you said about our 2 objectives. We all want to be able to have the lifestyle we desire right now. But when do we take the time to think about and put things in place for the lifestyle, you know, that we want to have in retirement, or when we can't work, or when we're even tired of working or running our businesses, you know?
Absolutely.
So the one company that we're going to talk about now, guys, that's going to help you do all of this, get this done, do the execution, okay, is MWR Financial, as Felicia said, okay? And we have 4 core basic products as well, like she said, but for their only $228 and $119 a month instead of $2 million. So let's
Correct.
go into what exactly the business has to offer.
Absolutely, yeah. So for $4 a day, which is what that breaks down to, you are able to ask experts in four major areas of finance any information that you need. Those four areas come in the form of Money Max. Our Money Max pillar of our program helps people with tax reduction. It explains the tax code for you. It doesn't even explain it. It takes control and helps you know where your place should be in the tax world of taxation. You know, I was personally overtaxed, and I know we have a couple of people that we're going to hear testimonies from that were overtaxed. That made a huge difference in my bring home and what I bring home on a bi-weekly basis. But Money Max is designed to have you help you answer all of those questions by certified enrolled agents with the IRS. These are not people that they're not nurses on this team. You know, that's for sure. They're enrolled agents with the IRS. They're here to help. They're here to give you information and guide you the right way on what to do to actually pay your taxes, because that's one thing we all have to pay. We just don't have to overpay, and we don't have to be raked through the coals by the government and taking all of the money before you even get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Our next pillar is our Credit Max pillar, because Credit Max deals with credit restoration. It's not credit repair. We don't believe in making a simple fix and then having you go right back in the same cycle. We want to help you with our Money Max, give more money in so you can actually have a little bit extra so that you can pay your bills on time, possibly a little bit more over time, but you want to be in a position where you're at least having your credit restored and being able to be maintained once it is restored, which is a key factor. You know, some people say, oh, I can help you fix your credit, but if you can't help me bring any more money in, my credit's going to go right back to where it was at in the first place, because I didn't not pay a bill because I had the money. I didn't pay the bill because I didn't have the money. So here we are with this next level of enrollment that we offer for $4 a day. And these are credit restoration companies, been in business over 20 years. You can't beat that. Mm-hmm. The third leg is our Equity Max system, because I know I personally want to be out of debt. I know I'm excited about my get out of debt free day. But until that, I enrolled in this system, I had no clue. I would pay a bill. I was hoping I was paying enough of the bill. I know I made the minimum payment, but how much is that actually going towards your principal? What do you know about that payment you made? I had no clue until I did my Equity Max portion of my service. And for $4 a day, and they bringing me out of debt years ahead of time, because they're guaranteeing to make you become debt free in 1/3 to 1/2 the time. You can't beat that. And then Wealth Max is where we are going to build generational wealth in my family, because the investment options that we have that are there for us that actually come in a system that is not like a 401k where it can fluctuate with the market. This is solid investments that we have minimal opportunity to have a loss that you have to be a part of. That was, you know, some of the strategies were only designed for the wealthy. I didn't have a chance to be a part of, but for $4 a day, I'm in here. And I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of everything. Mm-hmm. I know, Yas, you've been able to do a lot with this, and, you know, you have your experiences and stories that you can share with this whole system as well. And we're happy that we're able to bring it to the people together to make sure everybody is aware of what it is out here. What's your best pillar, Yas? Tell me which one you favor the most.
Well, you know, I actually like every last one of them because every one of them is essential, okay, to every American's life. All right, if you want to have a, you know, any type of lifestyle here in America, you definitely want to have experts helping you minimize your taxes and make sure you're paying, you know, just the amount you need to pay. You don't want to pay too much or you don't want to pay too little. I know with the Money Max, my husband was able to get a pay increase. We are the home of the instant pay raise, we like to call it. And he was able to get an extra about $2,400, just over $2,000 or so per month, guys, on his paycheck, where he was paying, you know, $500 or so too much in taxes per paycheck. Okay, because he was not a business owner. He did not have any other tax deductions to lower his income. He was a single man with no dependents, so they were killing him. So that one right there, you know, just did an amazing benefit for our household personally. Same thing with the credit. You know, we had pretty decent credit. Just had bought our first home, you know, but we went back into debt to furnish it. We were able to pay that stuff in record time and get our credit scores, you know, back up. I was able to get an instant credit card in the store. So the credit max is definitely, you know, top notch. Again, you know, we were okay there, but now we're even better. The equity max, I'm sorry, go ahead, Felicia.
No, I was gonna say, you know, I had know somebody else who's on the line who had a story to share just about the same as yours. Absolutely.
Oh, let's hear from them. Let's hear from them. Let's let everyone hear from them.
So Anita, I know you had a great story to share with our Money Max system. Can you get yourself off mute, Anita, and talk to us about that?
Hey, I sure can.
Hey.
How y'all doing? An amazing presentation. But yes, I was able, I tell them it's power look, I'm a religious girl, so I always tell people it's power in the name of Jesus, but it's also power in income shifting.
Yes, ma'am.
When I started the business, I redid my W-4 at work, and it put an extra $350 a page period back on my paycheck. So that's $700 a month.
Listen.
Come on with those in hands. So
that's it.
It's definitely, the Money Max definitely helped me out, and I was able to use that 700 and pay down the snowball effect. The debt elimination system gave me a plan, and I was able to pay off in a year $14,000 worth of debt, which in turn made my credit score go up. So yeah, guys, this is life.
Listen, Anita just gave you the whole program, how it just snowballs, how one service feeds into the other. Yes. That's the value of our service, is that this is not something that you can take maybe one or two. All of them are designed to overall help you bring up that cash flow. Come into a position of actual having extra. That paycheck to paycheck lifestyle can at least maybe not go away altogether, but at least maybe you go paycheck to every other paycheck now. I don't know, but I know I have a similar success story, and it has been a blessing to the point where I can actually keep my head above water, which is one of the things that was really a frustration in my home. You know, I wanted to see my husband more, but he was out working, you know, and then when he would be home, I would be out working. So now, you know, we never had that connection. Now it has brought us to the point where we can actually not bypass each other, but be with each other, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah. And we want to bring that to everyone else's home. You know, if you're if you're single, you know, I have single mothers, friends of mine that are single mothers, and they have taken advantage of it. And they really didn't think that it would be as beneficial as it was until they got that instant pay raise. I tell everyone, it's the first step in seeing real results that we offer here at MWR Financial. And Miss Anita, I'm going to ask you this, but I kind of know the answer. But did you have to sell anything for any of this to happen?
Didn't sell nothing. All I did was expose.
That's it. But before you even did the expose, you just took your investment in yourself and put it to work for yourself, and you got the results that you needed to see to say this is real. And that's what I want to share with everybody. It's not about, you know, who you know, how many people you can come up with. It's about investing in yourself. It's about taking the time to build you, because once you build you, you can help build others for sure. For sure. So with that being said, we're going to go to our next slides of information, because with this system, we also get what we call TaxBot, which is our tracking system. So in order for all of us to get those tax breaks, we still need to track it. That's one of the requirements of the government. We can't forget about the requirements in order to get our money, keep our money, and never have to owe them anything. We need to track it properly. And that's why you get TaxBot. TaxBot is your tax tracker. When I tell you, every time I get in my car, I get a notification of where I went. Was it business? Was it personal? I'm just a check. I'm checking all day. Everywhere I go is business. Let me tell you, it tracks me, and I'm thankful for it, because if I had to keep a receipt, I wouldn't have one. If I had to, keep track of some of the data that's required in order to get the breaks that we do receive, I know I would be missing one or two. I probably missing just about 99% of them.
A lot, right?
Yeah. So TaxBot is my savior and it's my best friend. I
Yeah.
am a business owner. I have changed my mindset to be a business owner, which a lot of people have yet to do. When you start up in this business, you have to actually start thinking exactly like business owners think. So every receipt is not a receipt. Every receipt is actual something that I can now apply as a loss, so that it's an expense. That's every receipt is an expense. I make sure of it. I don't go anywhere without having an expense come off of that, because you know what? I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm proud of it. So I don't care if it's the same waiter I see every time I go to happy hour. They're gonna know I'm a business owner, and they're gonna give me my receipt as such. I promise you. I promise you that. But TaxBot is absolutely fabulous, and the beauty of it all is that we have so many testimonies that we can share with you today live on the Zoom. These are testimonies that have been all through our system of people who are really, really, really benefiting from this business. And we just want to make sure we give you the information so you can benefit too, which is really what it is all about. It's all about helping people grow. And yes, you are up here somewhere with these nice little text messages that we all get.
Oh, you get a text message too.
I do.
I'm happy to say I do.
I'm really happy to say I do. But it really is more than just getting that text message. It's just the ease of the business,
Right.
for your credit to be improved by just uploading your credit reports.
Wow.
Ask for anything better than that. I didn't have to write nobody. I didn't have to call nobody. I didn't have to remember what was this bill for? Is it really me? I uploaded it to the system. And like you said, yes, your credit has helped you to the point where you close on your house. Usually when you close, you take a hit in your credit score, because that's just the way it is. They have inquiries, all of those things go on there. And now you were able to get that right back off.
Yep.
And get your credit right back up by simply uploading three credit reports. You can't ask for more simplicity and for $4 a day of people that are helping you actually get things done. Because it's one thing to say you know how to do it yourself, but have you done it? Are you able to take that time to do it?
The time that it takes,
I didn't have it.
You don't have the time, and then you get frustrated, and then it gets put off, and then it never gets done, and then things come up and you can't take advantage of opportunities because you're not in position. So it's really important, guys, to get yourselves in position so that you can take a major advantage. I'm really, really sorry of the state of our country right now. My heart goes out to all the families that have been affected, by the police brutality and everything that's going on. But I want you guys to understand and know, do your respects, pay your respects, but do not allow what's happening right now, what you're seeing and hearing, to get you off of your game plan or to distract you from what it is you need to be doing to get you, yourself, and your family in a better position. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, that is our main objective and all of our main goals. So I just would like to say it certainly starts with self and with us. And this is a good place to start, people. This is an amazing place to start, to get your finances in order, get in business, be around people who have positive like mindsets, who are going to help you, grow and develop on the path of financial success. I can't stress how important it is. I am so grateful and thankful for this opportunity. Yes, it has helped me with my business, my company, Yes to Gas Consulting, which is a real estate investing and coaching firm, full service. And this could not have come at a better time. One, because it gives me additional income in between clients. And two, it provides a service now that I can give my clients and help them to be in the position to become a homeowner or possibly a real estate investor. So the possibilities are endless, guys. All right. So I want to encourage you to take this information we're sharing with you tonight very seriously, very, very seriously. Okay.
Absolutely.
Joke and we having fun. It's Money Talk Girls Night. but I couldn't be more serious about what I'm saying today. Okay.
Absolutely. And you know what? With that seriousness, we have to now come with the serious money that we are able to actually obtain in this business. You
Yes.
know, we've told you all about some of the costs that it may cost you to be in business, but this is not a business. This is an investment in you that allows you to become a part of the American dream. You know, that's what it is, to become that American dream, that person that's able to make money, save money, and have generational wealth. That's what we all want. And, you know, we have ways of doing that for $4 a day. And, you know, people who think, you know, some people like, oh, I have good credit. Well, you know what? Look, Chuck Harden right here, this dapper debonair guy that I like to, you know, take some of his words and put them back on him. He had an 805. There's no, that's great credit.
Yeah,
Some people
right,
are
right.
812.
They
You know,
can
so
even help him.
it's not for bad credit. It's for maintaining and improving. Because I tell people, if you have good credit, wouldn't you rather have excellent? It's nothing
Yep.
like having perfect credit. If you got excellent credit, make it perfect. Why not? It's all there for you to help you get ahead. Once you get into those ranges and those numbers, there's very little that you're denied for. It's very little down payments that's required, you know?
Right,
So you have to be there in order to reap those benefits. And thankfully,
right.
we are able to help people. Bert Sims, 480,
Oh God.
845. You ain't, listen, that's what I, you know, and it goes on and on. And that's the beauty of it, is that people are actually able to post their testimonies. And they're up here because Tequila is getting out of debt. She put a plan in place. The plan is being followed and mastered. And
Yeah.
how is she able to do all of that? Because she has a business now. And her business is able to help support her as well as provide for her the way to get ahead. You know, we didn't go in depth with our private reserve account and our land banking, but that's typically reserved for people who have over $250,000, not including a home. Then you're able to get a private reserve account. The private reserve account will then allow you to essentially become your own bank. So if you were able to save, let's just say you save, and I'm being lowballing, $10,000 in a private reserve account, and you want to borrow 5 to go on a cruise around the world, because you know that's what you want to do. You have every right to. You worked for that money. You've already been taxed on that money, so it's tax free. It's not like a 401k where you got to have an emergency in order to touch it, and you're penalized if you're too young.
Right.
It's money that you now have access to. And you know what? You take that $5,000, you purchase that cruise, you go on the cruise. When you come back, you rest assured your account will look or you'll grow interest, I should say, on that account as if you never touched that $5,000. Who can ask for anything better than that? You know, to go on vacation and pay yourself back when you get back, you know, without having somebody knocking at or calling your phone saying your bill's due. But that's what the private reserve is able to do for people. It's able to put them in position where their own money is able to actually generate additional income for them.
I love
Now,
service.
it's a blessing. And our land banking feature, our land banking is there to put people in position to purchase things in the path of growth. We can't make no more land. The waters around the United States are there, and actually we're actually losing land, unfortunately, because sometimes, you know, according to scientists, things are melting, and, you know, we're not, global warming is real, and it is real. But with that being said, the land is a commodity that we have to be a part of if we're going to be in this financial wealth realm of things to come. You know, a lot of people talk about being landlords in real estate. Yes, you're great at, you know, that's one of your top things right there.
But
That
this
real
right
estate
here,
investment.
this is the way, okay, where I'm trying to get to. I'm going this way now, right? Like we like to
Absolutely.
say, no toilets,
And no
no
tenants.
tenants, just a cat,
Exactly.
okay?
That's it. That's it. So that's the beauty of land banking. It puts you in position to purchase land in the path of growth. So therefore, where they have surveyors and people that are looking at where we're expanding to, where's the population migrating to. And right now it's in Energy Valley and Antelope, Southern California. Because I've been out in LA. Listen, I didn't realize traffic started, and I live on the Northeast, you know, in Connecticut, and traffic at 6 a.m. heading to the city is critical. But at 4 a.m., you can get there with no problem. In California, that's not such thing. 4 a.m. is just like 6 p.m. It's rush hour
all day. I lived there
all
for
day.
4 years. It's
Crazy.
Okay.
It was crazy.
It's
It was crazy.
awful. It's so, everything is so overpriced. Okay, I lived there in the early 2000s. My one bedroom apartment was $900 a month. Okay, it was barely 900 square feet. I didn't have central air condition. Oh, and this was in West Hollywood. We're talking 2 blocks from the city of Beverly Hills, guys. Okay,
Yep.
today that very same apartment rents for over $3,000. Okay,
Yep.
LA's population, it's no joke. There's no housing. Okay,
Yep.
so
So
this is
you
major. This is a major play happening in Green Energy Valley, where they're basically shifting and moving everything up north. Right there, you see the Warren Buffett has already tapped into his investments in Green Energy Valley. So that's a major indicator, guys, that this is something very big happening in California. So you definitely want to get involved with us with MWR and start your journey and start your path so that you too can reach the final pillar of wealth max and start buying land in the path of growth. Let's not forget the Olympics will be coming to California, to this area in 2028. So we got a little bit of time, guys, but we better get going so that we too can benefit from that. 'Cause that's got to be major. If you remember the Olympics in 1996 in Atlanta, I was living here then. Let me tell you, major opportunity, not one that I'm gonna miss.
no. Thankfully, we are going to be in position where we don't have to miss that at all.
Exactly.
At all. So with that being said, all of the things that we have going on with our green energy and our wealth max system, we are now going to really be excited about how we are able to help people financially. What is our compensation plan? So we have tons and tons of testimonies of people who have started their investment journey, but we at MWR are also here to make money. And this is one of the ways we're going to go over 4 ways in which we are actually able to build our finances. And I know, Yaz, you're great at the first one. So I'm going to go over the first one. I'm going to let you take over for the first one.
Okay. So guys, basically you just heard the whole presentation. So now I know you all are wondering, how do you make the money in this MWR business? How are you compensated? How do you get to that, that income we're talking about? Well, let me tell you about our momentum bonus once you partner with us. Okay, we have a bonus where basically if you get things done or you expand your business and partner with 3 individuals within your first 30 days, not only are you going to get sponsor bonuses of $50 per new business partner. Okay, so 50 times 3, you will make an initial $150. However, if you get it done, like I said, in your first 30 days, if you get it done in your first 30 days, the company is going to reward you, okay? And they're going to basically double that, match that 150, all right, and give you a bonus of $150. So right there in your first 30 days of partnering with us and becoming a home-based business owner, you have gotten over 100% return on your initial investment. Now you remember Felicia said that it was $228 to get started. Right there, we just showed you how you can make $300 in your first month. Not to mention if you're able to get a pay raise if you have a job as well from the first strategy. So again, guys, winning. Guess
Absolutely.
what happens in 60 days if you do that again? If you help those 3 business partners do the exact same thing you did, they're going to make 300. But guess what, Felicia? What's going to happen in 60 days if they help the first 3 do that?
They're going to get another $450, which is like,
what?
Ching ching. So, and the beauty of it all is you don't have to wait 60 days. If your success loves speed and you can get these bonuses knocked out in 7 days, it's your money. All you have to do is help people, which is a blessing. Because I know I didn't want to wait 90 days. I didn't.
That's right.
I didn't want to wait 90 days for 900.
You
That
control
wasn't my
your
attitude.
income. You control your income with this.
Correct.
You know, I want to make $450. This is what I need to do. Let me go make $450 today.
Exactly.
That is power. That's powerful. Okay.
That is how you combat inflation. You are able to go out and just by talking to people. It wasn't hard. I didn't sell nothing. I said, hey, listen, I did this and it was successful for me. Let me help you bring home that same success. Mm-hmm. It was just exposing. I didn't know I couldn't give a presentation when I started this business. I didn't know what to say, but I knew what I heard.
You're doing a great job.
And I knew what I heard. I was like, really? And it was proven to me to be factual. All I had to do was say it to a couple of other people. Just listen. Yeah. Come on this Zoom. Come sit here and let them explain what they explained to me, so you can get just excited as I am. Because the enthusiasm was reeking through me. Let me tell you, like, what? Oh, let's go. Let's keep it coming. So that was like a cha-ching moment, an aha moment when we started this. But in 90 days, if you can help those other 3 get 3, you are now getting an extra $900. Who could go wrong with that? I would do it all day.
That's $1,500 total. I could use that $1,500 right now.
Absolutely. And the bonuses keep coming in. They call them expansion bonuses and leadership bonuses and sponsor bonuses that you're able to get. But then, you know what? When you do all that, you also now qualify yourself for a vehicle bonus or mortgage bonus, whichever one you want to call it. And you know what? The first tier is $500, which is great. But you don't have to buy a car. You could just bank that money. You can do whatever you want to do with that money. The second tier is $1,250. So now you're looking at $1,250. You might want to say, I might want a new car. But I tell everybody, when I get to that $3,000 tier, I'm getting a new car. Right. I'm going to give in to my now habit and my shopping habit that I have to say, hey, I deserve it, and I'm going to give you a car. I think I will when I get there. But until then, I'm going to be very disciplined. I promise you. I'm going to be very disciplined.
Listen, so, yes. I'm getting the car, okay? If the company is paying for it, I'm getting a car.
Absolutely. That's the attitude to have. And the beauty of it all is that we work with some great people who have done this. Mr. Charles Ivory. He just went and got that car maybe a week ago for $1,250 a month. Why not? Why not?
That's what he said. He says, I'll let MWR pay for it. Shayna said, I'll keep it and invest it. Car note, no problem. Brian Bean, our team mentor leader, he'll keep it.
He will. He already has a fleet of cars, so he didn't need a car. But his $3,000 a month I'm quite sure he's happy with it. Just taking that check and keeping it going. And then you have presidential bonuses that you are also entitled to. So, I know some people might see some points on the side of the screen. We're going to talk about that in 2 seconds because we do share how we accumulate points, but we want to make sure everybody is aware that the point system is the same and it rolls over. So your points go towards all of these things. There's no separation of points or only certain number of points for certain things. They're actually something that's cumulative. That once you earn them, you keep them and you keep growing and they keep paying. Mm-hmm. And this is one of our best features of the business.
Daily guarantee. I love that.
So I know you heard me and Yaz say at 5:00 we get a text message every day. And this is what we were referring to. So our system and our company is if you have 3 business partners that join our organization with you and you have 1 outside customer, you are now entitled to a daily guarantee of $5 a day. Every business partner is worth 3 points. So 3 times 3 is 9. That's why we say 3 partners is all you need for that. And it starts off with $5 a day. Now, $5 a day is not going to retire anybody, but it sure enough came in handy for me. I took it. I'm going to take anything somebody's going to give me for free. I'm not even going to say it was free. I worked for it, but I didn't work hard. It wasn't a hard thing, it was just about exposing people to information and they gravitated towards it because it is truly a benefit. Right. But those points then accumulated because I helped 3 get 3, right? Mm-hmm. Which is our goal. So then you get to that $20 a day mark, that's $600 a month. I'm I'm going to take that. That is what I get at a minimum. Now I don't have to sell, I don't have to talk to nobody else at this point. But of course, I'm a go-getter. I want growth. I want expansion. I'm going to keep going. But for some people, that $600 may be all that they need. And that's great if that's you, because that's the beauty of our system. You don't have to go to be out to be this, you know, top earner of $1,000 a day, which is what, you know, you can go up to in a daily guarantee. Some people say, you know what, I'm comfortable with an extra $500. And if that's you, that's a blessing. I'm happy to bless you with that extra $5. I know for me personally, I got 6 kids. It ain't enough. So I'm going to keep going. But I have the option to, and I have the ability to, and our points just grow. And those daily guaranteed texts are constant reminders that we are business owners, that we have made an investment in ourselves, and we are doing what we need to do to continuously make money. I make money in my sleep, and I've never had a job that did that for me. And I'm thankful, like I say, I'm an entrepreneur, and now I have that knowledge to do so. So that is like the blessing of it all. So with that being said, we have a few people who are really, you know, bringing it in, 20, 30, hundreds. Listen, I'm trying to get to that one picture right there because he's on this call with us today. I see that June 10th. Look at that date, June 10th, 2020. He went up to $100 a day. Congratulations. I am so
he hit $100 a day. That's amazing.
So happy to be on his team. He has taught us so much. I'm happy to be doing this call with his support and knowledge in the background. He has been an awesome mentor, and it's well deserving that he is at that marker of getting $100 a day, which is, if I did my math, that's $3,000 a month.
I was just going to ask you, now how much is that?
$3,000 a month, and that's in his sleep. So that's not working his job. That's not doing anything other than going to bed, waking up, and you got $3,000. I'll take it. That's what I'm living for. That's what I'm going towards. And he's going to keep going because he's such a great guy.
Right.
But with that said, we definitely do have our way makers in this organization because Miss Christy Howard is another mentor. She's the first female $1 million ring earner. So she is doing it. So she gets a minimum of $8,000 a month. Whoa. That's minimum. In her sleep, she wakes up, she don't do nothing but go get $8,000. I can live like that. I'll take it. And I'll still go to work. I'm a nurse and I love helping people. So it's not about me not going to work. I still want to go to work because that's truly a passion of mine as well. But now I have the ability to help people financially. Health wise is different. You know, and I'll volunteer. Maybe I'll do some volunteer. Maybe I'll work a little bit less. But I don't want to leave that field because that's still a calling for me. But this has been able to tap into both now. I've been able to really tap into the other areas of helping people because I know what it's like firsthand not to have and how to figure out how to get it. So I'm happy to be that blessing to somebody and showing them the way that they can actually get it without killing themselves, without working 1,000 hours, actually having your money work for you, which is what it's all about.
That's right.
And, you know, and we can't go, you know, Brian Bean, he's the mentor of the millions. Listen, he's the guy. He is the guy. He has taught us so much and given us a lot of information that we are happy to share. But he is definitely an example of how growth can happen in this organization, right? And he's the most humblest guy ever. The most humblest guy ever. He'll talk, he'll come, he'll laugh, he'll joke. When you see him that's who he is in person. I had the pleasure of meeting him. And it was just a blast. You know, he's a great person.
Yes.
So, you know, this is at the point in our training where we actually, you know, tell people this is where you're at. We have, you know, we've given you all of the information. We hope that it resonated with you and that you're able to pick up on it, you know, but unfortunately, there's typically 3 types of people that sees this information and they have decisions to make. The number 3 type of person says, hey, it's just not for me. I don't know enough about it. I don't want to be a part of it. And that's fine. But I'm quite sure you know somebody who could use some financial assistance because it is a challenge that we all face. If you're not facing all 4, you're guaranteed to face at least 2 of those situations. And we love to help people. So just let whoever put you into the Zoom call, ask them to possibly, you know, give them names of other people that you could possibly, that they could possibly benefit from. And we can make a partnership with, because that's our goal, is to make partnerships, is to make actual changes in people's lives that are positive and that are real. So that's why we're called Make Wealth Real Financial. You know, that's what the goal is. So number 3, people say, I'm not really for it. And that's great. You know, and we appreciate you giving us the time and attention and being on this call 100%. Then you have that number 2 person. What does the number 2 person like to do, Yaz?
So, you know, the number 2 person basically says, I don't need any extra money, you know, but I want to increase my cash flow. You may not be ready or desire to partner with us and become a home-based business owner, but you want to take advantage of the Financial Edge membership that consists of those 4 maxes that we discussed. Well, guess what? If you're number 2 and that's you, the membership for the services only without the opportunity is just $79 per month, okay? $79 per month is going to give you full access to the Money Max experts, the Credit Max experts, the Equity Max experts, and the Wealth Max experts. Someone to be able to look at a detailed financial plan for you. Again, that's only $79, guys, for number 2. If you're not interested in the business opportunity, but you want the services, please get in touch with the person that invited you tonight, and they'll send you a link. Just text them 79, and they will send you the link that you need to get the membership only, okay? And they'll start working on these things for you tomorrow. Okay, so that's the number 2.
Absolutely.
Felicia,
And then
what's the number 1, girl? What's
the
the
number 1
1?
are like you and me. So the number 1 is like a lot of us on this call. In all seriousness, these are people who are really interested in actually doing more with their finances, getting the extra income that they desire, being able to go out and make money while they sleep. You know, that is our goal here. And, you know, these are people who actually want to take those expenses or those bills they have and make them expenses. They want to really capture all of the things that they can to improve their lifestyle. And they don't mind talking to people. They don't mind saying, hey, come jump on this Zoom, because that's all that's required. It's just a simple,
Just
you know, can you see a Zoom?
to this information. Yeah, you know.
Absolutely.
But I promise
Absolutely.
you, once you start getting involved and this information impacts your life and you realize how much, you know, they didn't teach us or that we didn't otherwise know, I guarantee you, you will want to know this information in a way to where you can share it. But it is not a requirement to have success in the business. All you have to do is expose and leverage your leaders in those platforms that
Correct.
we talked about earlier. So
Absolutely.
number 1, let us know you're in all the way. You want the membership and you want 10 streams of income. Okay, number 1, I want you to text, inbox, or call the person that invited you to this Money Talk Monday tonight and let them know you are number 1. Okay, so not only they're going to start on your services tomorrow, you're going to start having the ability to write off your bills for this
your lifestyle,
your whole lifestyle. But you can start in the month of June. Okay,
absolutely.
You started on your business tonight, you get to write off those bills for June. So again, number 1s are all in. You want the membership and 10 streams of income. I want to be the first to say congratulations and welcome to Team Power Builders and Power Builders. Felicia,
absolutely.
Back to you, girl.
Listen, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I hope you got value out of our presentation. We did this with the perspective and hope of actually reaching out to everybody that was on this call. We want to share our success. We want to help you become the success story that you desire and you want to have as well. So I'm just so happy to be here, and I hope you got a benefit from it all. I thank you all so much for joining us tonight. God bless and good night.
Good night. Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Woo-hoo. Awesome job.
Woo-hoo.
Awesome.
Thanks, Richard. Thank you,
Well,
Richard.
My pleasure. Well done, ladies. Thank you again.
Thank you.
There's Nook if you buck Chuck.